In the sleepy town of Key West, Florida, there stood a small, mysterious shop tucked away from prying eyes. The sign above the door read, Fort East Martello, Museum, and it was here that the legend of Robert the Doll began. But be warned, once you hear his story, you'll never look at dolls the same way. Again, in the early 1900s, a wealthy family, the Genevieves, purchased a beautiful mansion, but their joy was short-lived. Their young son, Robert, was given a doll, a seemingly innocent toy, but one that would unleash a malevolent force upon their lives. The doll, with its cold, dead eyes, was said to be crafted by a voodoo priest imbued with dark magic. As time passed, strange occurrences plagued the Genevieve household. Objects moved on their own, and disembodied voices whispered cruel taunts. Robert, the young boy, became increasingly withdrawn, his behavior erratic. His parents feared for his sanity, but the truth was far more sinister. The doll had become a vessel for an ancient evil, feeding on Robert's innocence. One fateful night, the Genevieves awoke to find their son catatonic, the doll clutched in his arms. As they approached, they felt an icy presence, and the doll's eyes seemed to gleam with a wicked intensity. The family fled, abandoning their mansion, but the doll remained, waiting for its next victim. Years later, the Fort East Martello Museum acquired the doll, hoping to display it as a curiosity. Visitors reported strange occurrences. Children would scream, and adults would feel an overwhelming sense of dread. The doll seemed to change expressions, its eyes following those who dared approach. One brave soul, a museum employee, decided to investigate. He spent a night alone with Robert, but never returned. The next morning, his voice was heard, whispering a haunting phrase. The doll is alive. Today, Robert the doll sits in his glass case, his eyes watching, waiting. Some say that if you visit, you'll feel his icy presence, and if you're brave enough to take his photo, he'll curse you with misfortune. So dare to visit Robert the doll. But don't say I didn't warn you.